Made from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
It's number 1 verse number 3 on the Carling Currie Cup log as the Vodacom Bulls make the long and arduous journey up to Mbombela to take on the New Nation Pumas. Of course, it is Vodacom Bulls versus New Nation Pumas on a Wednesday. We're so excited here in studio.
What?
Vodacom Bulls, of course, looking to cement that upward trajectory and defend their Carling Currie Cup, going for number 25. The Pumas find themselves in a very advantageous position in number 3. But it's a position in a bit of jeopardy. There's only 3 points separating them from the Sigma Lions in the number 5 spot. So all to play for. There's 4 teams in the hunt still for places in the Carling Currie Cup playoff. Welcome to Bullseye TV, wherever you are, wherever you may be listening. My name is Mark Nankaro. I'm joined in studio, as always, by Kulikane Hlungwani.
Marcos?
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, cheers. Happy Wednesday.
That's coffee on a Wednesday.
It doesn't get better than a coffee on a Wednesday, boy. Yeah, but Marcos, couldn't agree more, eh? It's Pumas time. It's championship rugby time, like you said. I'm so excited for this one. Just because I know the Pumas are going to come out here and try get some dominance in this game because they know they're competing with the Lions, Ethiopia. The Greek was to try and make playoff rugby next weekend. So I'm looking forward to this one. And also to all our fans, just make sure to send in your words of support, your best questions again. Today,
And share.
And don't forget to share. The winner will be getting one of these beautiful golf shirts Mark and myself are wearing. And will get delivered straight to your doorstep.
Most definitely. And looking at our opponents today, the Pumas, they had a nice hit out against Province. They managed to secure a draw. But the first time they played Province in the Carling Currie Cup, they actually won the game. It was a very close game, of course, other than the scoreline. It was an absolute shootout. But I thought that the Pumas really dominated physically. They were great with their rolling maul. They needed 2 converted tries in the last 7 minutes to secure that draw, and they managed to do it. So this isn't a team to underestimate by any stretch.
No, definitely not, Marcus. This Currie Cup campaign, obviously, with COVID and everything, has been obviously very different to what we normally used to. And Pumas were going to have to, if they're going to try and get points out of this game, or try and get a losing bonus point, or even try and get a win, they're going to have to defend better. To concede 40 points against Ethiopia, who have been a team who haven't been that amazing, in this Currie Cup campaign. So I really think that if the Pumas want to gain some sort of parity of dominance, they just need to defend well today against us.
Well, talking about the Pumas, let's go through that Pumas lineup today. What's quite interesting is there are a number of players I thought that are their starting caliber players. For example, Eddie Fischer, the Flaaf, who's been a phenom for the last 2 years. He's been great in the number 10 jersey. He's on the bench. So is Willie Engelbrecht, the man who was on loan to the Stormers and had quite a big impact there in the number 8 jersey. So interesting selections by Jimmy Stonehouse, the coach. Look out for Mafura at fullback. He's a very dangerous customer. So is Sebastian de Klerk on the wing. Of course, a name there that will be very familiar to Vodacom Bulls fans. That's Jade Stichling in number 11 jersey. Played a number of years for the Vodacom Bulls. He's lightning quick in space. In the forwards, Peter Janssen van Vuren, stalwart, the number 5 jersey. Up front, look out for Monek Kutsi at 3 and Morgan Nordia, who's really turning some heads in the number 1 jersey. Scrum battle is going to be huge today. KK, go through that Bulls team.
It's going to be huge. Yeah, huge. It's for us, we've got a team that's just been rotating so well recently. Jake has done such wonders there. I'm looking at Gerard Campos, who's again that front row is getting rotated again, and you have to back them because every time they've been called to the fold. They've really shown their dominance. So I'm happy to see Gerard scored a try off the bench last weekend. The second row, we've got Janko Sonnepoel. He's paired up with Rowan. Janko was unbelievable, good man of the match. Then I look at the back line. You got a completely insane back to Kurtley Arendse, Sravino, Rocketman Jacobs, and at 15 we've got the new man Navuka, who's really Madosh Tambo said he's one of his favorite players in the Bull squad, so I'm quite excited to see what he's got to do, Marcus.
Yeah, Navuka will be good. I mean, a guy who made an impression for Impi in the Varsity Cup, also played some good rugby for Fort Hare, so a good guy to look out for. Of course, we look at what kind of player he will be because we haven't watched too much ruggers on him, but big lad. And must have a good boot because he played some fluff as well in Varsity Shield. And then
also to all the fans, we also have a couple of a late change. Lionel Mapu is coming for Cornel Hendricks at 12, which shifts the man, which shifts
Madosh Tambo onto the bench.
Yeah. So we've got Lionel Mapu coming on at 12, who was unbelievable. So I'm not too stressed about that, Marcus.
It'll be interesting to see how he goes at 12, though. I think 13 is his right position, but of course, late change, Cornell out. That's a big loss, but Lionel Mapu proves his worth, and Madosh could make some impact off the bench. Let's look at Sravino Jacobs. I think that's the big name that's making a return to the starting lineup after a long injury hiatus. How excited are you to see Rocketman back in the Bulls jersey?
Yeah, I'm so excited, Marcus. What he lacks in speed, he has in ball carrying ability, he has in power, he has, in awareness, under the high ball for such a small man is so good as well. So I'm excited to see.
Not that small, 95 kg.
No, I mean in terms of height. There are no rugby players small except for, I don't know, Zach Berger. But yeah, Marcus, I'm very excited to see that. To see if he can, make the number 11 jersey his own again. Like we saw him do such wonders last season in the previous Currie Cup campaign.
Most definitely. And how about Ulrich Loh? He's back in back playing for the Vodacom Bulls in the number 8 jersey. The last time he started for the Vodacom Bulls, he won man of the match against the Greek. It was a career-defining performance, in my opinion. He's just a brute.
Yeah, Mark Ulrich Loh, he's just grown in leaps and bounds under Jake. That number 8, he's just ball carrying ability. We always chat about it. And how his attitude's game, how when he's in a tackle, he still looks for the pass, he still looks for the pop, he still looks for the offload. And then another man I'm looking at, Marcus Gerard Steenekamp. We spoke about him briefly already in my team lineups. He's unbelievable. He's a future number 1 book. We were chatting about earlier this afternoon, Marcus, about how if we had to choose our Springbok team, we'd probably put Gerrie at 1.
Well, what's interesting is because Gerard is an incredible rugby player, but Jan-Hendrik Wessels at 2 and Simpu Matanzima, who's on screen at the moment in the number 1 jersey, I thought they were both phenomenal together. So Jake actually had quite a bit to say about especially Jan-Hendrik Wessels and how great he's been as a transition in a young position, a young player from 1 to 2. So let's listen to Jake White on that transition.
Yeah, look, I think to be fair, it's a bit of everything. It's a bit of the talent he has too. So, lucky enough to coach lots and lots of good players. He is like that. I want to write him up. He's still a long way to go. But he's got rugby in him, and I think that's important. He's shown he can play 1, 2 and 3 in the front row. I was really happy with the way he played at 2 this weekend. Remembering just in terms of the pecking order where we are, we've got Lizo, Kaboka, we've got Matanzima, Simpiwe, we've got Gerard Steenkamp, we've got Jacques van Rooyen who can play Lucid. Some really good junior Lucids coming through as well. When Nolan Pienaar's played SA under-20s this year as well. So, yeah, and the reality is I think that there's an opportunity for him to develop as a hooker. And at this point in time, we're very happy with where he is.
Very happy where he is indeed. He's coming off the bench in the number 16 jersey today. Moving on to the way we played against the Lions, we scored some truly sublime tries. We looked very, very dangerous. And there's clearly an intent to keep the ball off the ground, to not look to go to the breakdown, to speed up play with high tempo, and it's been really encouraging as not just a Vodacom Bulls fan, but as a South African fan, where Springbok players are kind of seen as being one-dimensional. That's not the case at all. We can play with tempo, we can play with speed.
Yeah, Marcus, and you say that, as you know, if the Bulls do well, the Bucks do well. It's a trend that we all know. Yes, Marcus, 150%. We had such a good game. The tempo was unbelievable. Like I said earlier, like the big boys when they get tackled, they're still looking for the offload. They're looking to pass around the body. And then you look in the second half. The first half, yes, the guys who started set a nice little base. And then the second half, that bomb squad came on. Stedman Gans was on. We had at a point where Stedman Gans, Lionel Mapu, and Harold Foster on the field. I mean, we even said like if you are defending against those three, I mean, surely you are packing your bags and going home.
Speaking about packing your bags, going home, let's chat about the front row, where I think everything's said and done. Two massive front rows, big colossus. Yeah, and the one I think the Vodacom Bulls scrum has been really, really impressive over the last few weeks after we moved on from Marcel van der Merwe. I think we've been really powerful on both Tighthead and Loose Head. Morne Smith, Gerard Sennekamp, they've been great. So has Lizo, so has Simpiwe Matanzima. But a man to really watch out for here, and he's playing for the Pumas, is that Morgan Ordeer. Because this man can pop you out like a champagne cork. He likes to that's his penchant for getting under tight heads and popping them out of the scrum.
Yeah, Marcus, he is an absolute brute, isn't he? The way he scrums, if Morne Smith today is going to have to find some sort of parity with that initial hit and then keep his ground, because if he allows this boy to kind of scrum towards his hooker, it's game over for him. He can pop you like that, like we see that Greco's #1 getting absolutely marmalade.
Like going up to space there.
Yeah, it's game over, and he's such a strong boy, and he's built so well. You always speak about the BJ Botha mold, and he's one of those, isn't he, Marcus?
Most definitely. Let's move one row back to second row. Quickly, massive loss. Walt Steenkamp not playing in that second row, and that injury, I mean, we're all very sad about it because he's been the real physical character. He brings that nasty edge in the second row, plays with bad intentions, which we like to see. Janku Swanepoel, however, really stepped up at second row, one man of the match again. He's a proper player.
Yeah, Marcus, I'm so impressed with Janku. I'm a big fan of Janku Swanepoel. We're playing with 2 5s today, which is something that I know you are really skeptical of at times. But with that said, though, I think with having 2 5s, as we say, we do have a loose trio that have got such great ball carrying ability. So those guys are gonna have to step up again. Miller, Ace, Anubota, and Ulrich. So yeah, Mark, I'm keen to see him, boy.
But they've also got some dangerous players. Steve Mazza in the number 4 jersey. He's more of a loose forward, very, very mobile. So he's a dangerous character, good in the line-out, bit of a beanpole, but he's great around the park as well.
Yeah, he is.
Quickly, Jake White had a word to say about Janku Swanepoel and his performance, man of the match winning performance. So let's have a listen to that.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Janku. I mean, he's also just graduated out of the junior ranks. To be man of the match in that game, obviously going to give him a massive boost. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see the young boys coming through. It's great for the coaches. I mean, Russell's worked really hard with the forward pack, and 2 of the questions today are about Jan Hendrik and Janku Swanepoel, which means that the youngsters are obviously coming through nicely, and all credit to Russell and the forward staff that are working hard there.
Well, there's one question that's really filled the minds of Vodacom Bulls fans. It's been asked repeatedly on the No Holds Barred segment of the Vodacom Bulls app, and that is, what happens when Morne Steyn comes back from the Springboks? He's been so good there. You've got Johan Goosen, who's been balling out. You've got Chris Smith, who's been so solid. What happens there? So Jake White's had a word to say about that. I'll be very interested to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm not sure when Morne will come back. I mean, it's a long Springbok season. I mean, basically, there's a rugby championship which ends in, I think, the beginning of October, and then there's an end-of-year tour. So at this point in time, we're very fortunate we have Chris and Johan Goosen that can play at 10. And we're obviously focusing on getting those guys up to speed. And as I said, we'll worry about what happens when Morne comes back, when he comes back.
Well, cross that bridge when we get there, Jake White says. Of course, he will say that. We, however, are in the wonderful position where we can cross that bridge right now. KK, you firmly believe Morne Steyn, when he returns, should be the starting 10. A word on Morne Steyn there.
Yeah, Marcus, it's for me, it's been really tough, because we've got such great 10s in our squad. But I would pick Mornay ahead of Goose because of Mornay's experience in the number 10 jersey. You know, the man has won three Tri-Nations. The man has won 2 British and Irish Lions Cups. He's won a French top 14. You know, he's won Currie Cups. And his presence on a rugby field is just unbelievable. You know, he brings so much calm. And I think I think for him to start, it would set a nice base for the more flary Goose to come on in the second half.
Well, I disagree with you because you want to start with Mornay Steyn and then you want to bring Goose on if the game changes to bring some flair. I'm of the opinion that the Vodacom Bulls should always be in the lead, and rather than bringing on some flair to change the game, we should be looking at someone to close the game out in Mornay Steyn. So Johan Goosen should start, in my opinion. Let's have some stats here. 12 defenders beaten, 7 offloads, 2 try assists, 3 clean breaks, 77 passes, 206 meters gained. Johan Goosen has been balling out. He should be the starting 10. You bring Mornay Steyn off the bench like he was against the Springboks in the third test, won the game. That's a perfect position for him.
Yeah, Marcus, you can give me all the stats you want in the world, Marcus, but rugby's played on the grass, and Mornay Steyn has shown game in, game out for the Bulls what he can do. He can play 80 minutes at times, and Bulls will get over the whitewash. You know, so I'm not saying that Goose is a worse player than Mornay Steyn. I'm just saying, at this present moment, Mornay Steyn is the right man to start because he's been in the structures for a bit longer than Goose. He's won so much, and he brings so much calm. He can set a base. Like, it doesn't having Goose coming on second half. That doesn't mean that, or having Mornay start doesn't mean that Mornay is not going to get the Bulls, you know, in an advantageous position for the Vodacom Bulls. He's shown it, game in, game out. So I don't know. It's a tough debate, Marcus.
Of course, it's a tough debate, but the question for me is, do you want the guy with the more flair who can create more tries to start, and the guy to close out the game, like Mornay Steyn can? We know he can. I mean, he's one of the best in front of the post. That's why I'd like to see him in a close game in the second half, especially going up north to close out those games. I would like to start with Johan Goosen, who can really put us in advantageous positions to exploit opposition defenses. I think that's where he's been so dangerous. He's been a breath of fresh air. I don't think we can play this up-tempo, offloading new game that we've developed without Johan Goosen at pivot. And that, for me, is why he should be the starting fly half come URC.
Mark, but Mornay gains you. If he gains you parity and calm, and he puts points on the board. He's not on the field just doing nothing. He's putting points on the board, Marcus. You know what I mean? He's a man that he can, you know, set a base up for someone like Goose to come in. Because if you start Goose can make mistakes. We've seen Goose make tons of mistakes, dropping balls, and, you know, no disrespect to Johan Goosen at all.
Not really. We haven't seen Goose make that many mistakes.
Yeah, we've seen him make a couple of mistakes.
We've seen Mornay Steyn miss kicks in the Colin Currie Cup final.
We've seen all kickers miss kicks, but Mornay Steyn is probably the best for me. Probably the best kicker at the moment in terms of high pressure times.
I agree with you. He is. But I think you'd rather want that. I don't think Mornay Steyn can play 80 minutes right now. I think you want him to play about 60 minutes max. That's why you bring him off the bench, and he can play those last 20 minutes.
Mark, I'm not saying he must play. I'm not saying Mornay Steyn must play 80 minutes. I'm saying Mornay Steyn must start the game to set a base up for the Blue Bomb squad to come on, because he can. He can do it, and we've seen him do it. Mornay Steyn has won a Currie Cup at the Blue Bulls now, being the number 10.
So do you want Mornay Steyn to establish or launch an attack and establish a base and a defense, or do you want him to close out a game? I want him to close out. I want Johan Goosen to come with and play some up-tempo rugby, create some tries, put some real points on the board, not just three-pointers. And Mornay Steyn, we bring him off the bench, and he closes the game out rather than he starts and launches the game.
No. I want Mornay Steyn to start because he can set a base out, and we know what he can do, Mark. I'm saying it again. We know what he can do from minute number 1. We know what he can do. And Goose, yes, Goose is flipping good. He's very good. He's very, very good. I back him. But to have Mornay Steyn starting the game, and to have Mornay Steyn, you know, to get us on the front foot, to get the confidence going in the boys. You know, and the boys really respect Mornay Steyn's presence. And to have him starting off a game, it's a mindset thing. You know, you have Mornay Steyn at your 10. You have to be on the front foot. He's a front foot rugby player. You know, he gets you. He's so calm. He gets you on the front foot. And then if you have Goose on that platform, let's say we I don't know, 12 points ahead with like 30 minutes to go in the game. You get Goose on, my man, it's game over. Then Goose can, kick.
Well, let's agree to disagree as we move on to Bullseye. KK, who's the player in this Puma? Because we can debate this all day, and I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah, and as well.
let's have a look at who's that Pumas player you're looking at who you think's going to be dangerous today.
No, I'm looking at Kwesi Marcos. The great PE old boy. He's the starlet. He was a starlet at, he was a top player at Grey PE, and he obviously he was at the Bulls for a bit, and he's just his ball carrying ability. We always chat about ball carrying ability, but like he's literally a great ball carrier, and he's great in the line out. He's great over the ball when given the opportunity. So yeah, and yourself?
I'm looking at Neil Murray. He's been a bit of a journeyman around South African rugby. Has Neil Murray? He's played for the Pumas. He's played for the Cheetahs. He's played great varsity cup rugby. Great. He's been phenomenal there in the number 10 jersey. He's not a particularly dangerous, threatening player. He's not the most dynamic, but I think he'll push them around the field a bit. Eddie Fischer is the guy I'm really looking forward to coming off the bench and being really dangerous for them. I think he adds that extra impetus that they require. Interesting to see him come off the bench, but Neil Murray will set the base. He'll establish a bit of a lead, and Eddie Fischer will come on and just cause havoc for them. I think that's where their bread will be buttered today. Quickly, White Line Fever, KK. Vodacom Bulls players you're looking at?
Yeah, Malcolm, look at Yanku was man of the match, big supporter of his. He just needs to carry on from what he's done last weekend, and that's all I can ask for today. That's why he's my bullseye for the forwards, just dominate the line out at line out time. And then in the back line, I'm looking at Zach Berger, Mr. Reliable, isn't he, at number 9? He has been for the Vodacom Bulls. So I'm looking for him to just set the tempo at 9, and then we can go over.
For me, it's very simple. It's Johan Goosen at 10. We've spoken about him. I think he's the key. He will unlock those pearly gates today. That's his job. And then uncork the defense. That's really his role. And then in the forwards, I'm looking at Ulrich Loh. I think
Should we do some predictions, boy?
Some predictions. What do you reckon?
I'm going to say Bulls by 27, and I think I'm being last time when we said I would never give such a hectic prediction, but I'm going to give this one because I think we are on such a good place as a squad. So I think we Bulls by 27 today, possibly more.
This Puma team is nothing to laugh at. They're nothing to underestimate. They're a proper team. I still think Vodacom Bulls by 21, 3 converted tries.
Cool, let's do it.
What do you reckon?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Case of beers.
Case of beers. Here we go. In the Mbombela, Vodacom Bulls, New Nation Pumas.
And to all the fans, just don't forget. There is a Bulls golf shirt, a squad golf shirt, a golf shirt that is very, very revered. May look similar to mine. We don't know. It might be will be the latest one. So get your questions, get your words supported, and we will be picking one man or lady to take us home.
Neil Murray kicks off for the New Nation Pumas into the Vodacom Bulls 22-meter line. It's very securely taken by Ronok here as Gerard Sennekamp carries ahead, and I think that's something we're going to see a lot of this afternoon. Gerard Sennekamp with the ball in his hands, or first phase. Zach Berger looks to clear from the 22, and he can do so out on the full if he so chooses, or does he want to keep it in play? He chooses to keep it in play. Here comes Mafura. That's a good tackle by Kirkley Arendse, getting stuck in early on. That's what you want to see from your right winger. Jacobs van Vuuren gets driven back very hard in the tackle. Pumas have the ball on the halfway line. Murray, Makondwana again. He's very pacey out wide. A tackle's going to be required here, and it's done so by, looks like Novuka, the fullback, who's pressed up to make that tackle. The Pumas on the attack. Janssen van Vuuren. Here come the Pumas via Neil Otto, the open side flank, carrying along the flank, and the arm is out for not rolling. And this was something we saw quite a lot of on Saturday, was struggling to roll out, lazy rollout. And in this case, it's Miller Ace that's being pinged, but this was a story we saw a lot of on Saturday.
It seems like the refs, which I like, is that the refs aren't giving much away at the breakdown in terms of rolling away. So the Bulls need to be careful of that. Last weekend we found ourselves at the back end on the wrong side of the penalty count in the initial encounters. But if we can just nullify those, then he wins it. That's Yanko, boy.
Yanku Swanepoel at the front of that lineup looks like he punched the ball away. And New Nations, Yanku Swanepoel, great work at the front. looking to capitalize off the back of a phenomenal man of the match winning performance on Saturday against the Lions, and it'll be scrum time here. First scrum of the game, 2 minutes in, and this is what Cake and I have been talking about at length, is the importance of scrum time here. We're especially looking at Morgan Nordia, the number 1 jersey for the Pumas, and Mornay Smith in the number 3 jersey of the Vodacom Bulls.
Yeah, this is a big scrum here. Let's take a look.
On the 5-meter line of the Vodacom Bulls, the Pumas have possession. 2.5 minutes in. This could be a massive statement for the hosts in Mbombela. We have a reset.
Mark, just have a look at how Morgan O'Dear sets his body position up before he scrums. Just have a look. Look where his head and shoulders are facing. It's just he's already setting it up to try and scrum Mornay Smith towards Mornay Smith's poles.
Yeah, he's got such a low position. He anchors really with a strong lower
look how
body.
he angles in. Look how he angles in. Look at his shoulders.
Yeah, he's already angling in. You're correct. And if he doesn't go forward before he angles in, that should be a penalty to the Vodacom Bulls. So we'll see. He's really looking to angle. Pumas have the ball, but Zuckerberg is all over Kwesi Mafu at the base of that scrum. The Pumas have almost come away, but they're getting the penalty.
This has been the story of all of our games, Marcos.
And once again, it's not rolling away. It's Zuckerberg.
Yeah. So it's just been a story of our games, just these initial encounters, we're just giving penalties away, and then we have to rely on our defense to get us out of a tight situation.
The last 2 games, we started very slowly in the opening 10 minutes. A lot of penalties given away, a lot of struggles there. The lineout's come unstuck. It's gone straight into the breadbasket of Johan Goosen, but there's a short arm for the Pumas. It looks like it might be numbers. And they'll have an opportunity to tap and go here. I'm sure they'll take it. They will. Straight on the halfway line, the Pumas tap and go, and they carry ahead. They're looking physical right off the bat. Here they come. Once again, Kwesi Mafu is a strong carrier of the ball, is the former Vodacom Bulls junior player. Another carry, they're over the line, and they've scored the try. After just 4.5 minutes, U-Nation Pumas crash over the line from some very poor discipline by the Vodacom Bulls.
Yeah, we just need to be careful here, Marcus. The New Nation Pumas have obviously done their homework and have capitalized in the red zone where most teams haven't in these initial encounters. But it doesn't, for me right now, it does not mean much right now. It's still early days. It's the first real phase of attack. So Neil Otto goes over and scores a try, but it's time to go back now. I'm sure we'll recuperate the boys around the poles. I'm sure there's some stern words being said. Anu Buerta and Joey Mangalo are conceived in the middle of there.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, it's Neil Otto, it's the open side flank who manages to just base the rugby ball at the base of those posts. But once again, 3 games in a row, very, very slow start for the Vodacom Bulls. They have their backs on the rope, really, in terms of possession, in terms of territory, giving away penalties. We see another 2 slow rollouts back to back. We saw a lot of that last week, a lot of loitering at the breakdown early on. So that's something to clean up. That's something Jake White will really be stressing this week, is to improve our start.
Yeah, especially when it's championship rugby coming up, Marcus. It's so vital that we just be a little bit more disciplined in the initial encounters.
Off the restart, Neil Murray, the fly half, the pivot for the New Nation Pumas, manages to boom the ball into touch. So the Vodacom Bulls have a line out just on their side of the Pumas halfway line. Zuckerberg, it's a very scrappy at line out time. They won't like that at all, and the Bulls have been driven back into their halfway line. They do come away with a penalty, however. Looks like Chris September that's given away a dangerous tackle. They might have been a touch high.
He looks a bit like Embros, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. He really does. Johan Goosen will be looking to bury this as deep as he can into New Nation Pumas territory.
Beautiful goose.
It's a very good kick, and we pretty much on the nose of the 22-meter line of the Pumas. That tackle, that's a seatbelt tackle, just slips up there.
Yeah, it is. What do you think Russ would say about that? Because Russ was telling us that those are seatbelt tackles. The ref thinks that's a high tackle. So it's just a contentious issue again in the laws. We got one more here.
Miller Ace carries off the back of that more straight to Lionel Mapu, who's in the number 12 jersey. That's, of course, a late change for Cornel Hendricks.
That's a nice
Vodacom
clean
Bulls,
ball there.
Anu Buerta, big carry, still on his feet, scrambles forwards a few meters. Stefan Gans, that was he had to really reach to the heavens to grab that pass, well above his head. Vodacom Bulls maintain possession via the 107 kg frame of Miller Ace, carried forward again. Vodacom Bulls now on the 5 meter line of the New Nation Pumas. Miller Ace carries again, gets through the first defender, about 3 meters out now, and the penalty has gone against the Vodacom Bulls. It looks like it's a holding penalty, and they tap and go. Within their own 5 meter line, the Vodacom Bulls have given away a penalty, and now the Pumas are chasing. They've stabbed a kick through. Running back is Novuka. He's got lots to do here. As the starting debutant, he's done very well to clean up, but now the Vodacom Bulls are deep in their own 22 meter line. What a turnaround. How's that?
Yeah, the Pumas are here to play, Marcos. Still early days. It's an 80-minute game, my boy.
Vodacom Bulls on the charge, surge after surge on the Pumas line. Giveaway penalty. The Pumas tap and go. A very bizarre call, and they get the reward. They go wide, they turn the corner, they stab a kick through, and again, they have possession now.
Over that.
September. Pumas continue to carry us. Nordia, he's very tough to bring down. He bounces around like a pinball. Murray. Miller Ace makes a tackle. It's a knock on Vodacom. Ulrich Loh carries. He gets tackled. Got a short arm here. Gerard Senekamp drives ahead. Ronok here in support. Vodacom Bulls continue with possession here via Jan Goosen, who looks and goes, offloads to Zuckberger. He gets taken down. Vodacom Bulls very close to the halfway line now, and they've given away the penalty again.
Yeah,
My
Marcos,
goodness.
they've done their work at the what's his name, Neil. He's really done his homework, hasn't he? At breakdown time, he's going to try and get his hands on that ball. So we need to get a man in there. First ball, first time, cleaning him out. Blast. That's what coaches tell us when you were kids. You get there, you just blast on your defensive ball.
Well, this Neil Otto, he looks like he could steal the ball through a keyhole. He just latches onto it, low center of gravity. It's perfect what you want from an open sider. Anu Buerta, he beat Anu Buerta to the ball, and he got lower. Anu Buerta folded because he couldn't get below him, and Neil Otto latches onto the ball and wins the turnover, wins the penalty, in fact. And now the Pumas have an opportunity via Neil Murray, the former Free State cheater, to move 10 points into the lead after almost 10 minutes.
And just want to say good afternoon to Carla, Joost, Miss Morike, Rian, Nick Jacobs. Good afternoon to all the Bull supporters who are watching and who are listening to us all over South Africa and in the world possibly, as we had last weekend. Remember to send in your questions to Mark and myself, your words of encouragement for the Vodacom Bulls, and we will choose the best comment or question to win.
You need to share the post as well.
Yeah, and share the post.
As we say that, Neil Murray has sunk the kick, so it's 10-0 to the Pumas after the restart now. Murray buries the ball back onto the halfway line, so the Vodacom Bulls have possession after 10 minutes. They are 10 points down.
Middag Joost. As Mark said, just 10 minutes, 30 seconds in, Skalk Erasmus about to feed. Interesting start here. Bulls on the back foot, Marcos.
Vodacom Bulls have almost been kept in arm's length, I think, and haven't really had an opportunity to really attack or go through their rhythm or develop any kind of rhythm as Janko Swanepoel collects off the line out, and it's more time here just inside our half. Opportunity to get some kind of foothold in this game, which we've just been completely out of after the first 11 minutes, just as we were against the Griquas, just as we were against the Lions. Zuckberger with the ball at the back of the small. A lot of disruption here, and the ball's been knocked on by Zuckberger. Miscommunication between Skalk Erasmus and Zuckberger at the back of that maul has now gifted the Pumas a scrum in our half, and it's just not what you want to see. Once again, another very poor, lackadaisical start from the men from Tshwane.
Yeah, the Darlings at the moment not performing at the Darlings we know them to be, but We just got to keep positive. It's early days. It's early days, isn't it? We just need to find. We need to find some sort of some sort of momentum. We need to get the momentum behind us, and then once we get the momentum, I think, as you can see, the position we have the position, but they just got all the territory, Marcus, which just shows that yes, we got the ball in our hands now. We just need to keep the ball in our hands and be more disciplined at the back down.
Very surprising stats. I mean, I agree with the territory. I'm surprised to see that we've had the lion's share of possession. We've been pretty much all possession has come off of line-outs, of restarts, and then there have been silly mistakes, knock-ons, penalties.
Yeah.
As we say that, the Pumas carry forward. Looks like Lionel Mapu again, who's made a strong start to this game. Joseph van Vuren gets tackled. That's a mismatch if there ever was one. Tackled by Stefan Gans, punching well above his weight, and that's a strong tackle from Ulrich Loh and Ruan Nokia. Pumas continue with possession. They've spilt it, and now it's opportunity to counter. Skalky Rasmus actually stabs a kick ahead. There's a strong chase as well. Phenomenal kick from Skalky Rasmus. Zuckberger makes the tackle.
There we go.
And has been charged down. The Pumas looking to Mafura looking to clear. Zuckberger charges down. He does very well, does the scrum off. But just a quick word on Skalky Rasmus, the hooker of the Vodacom Bulls. We should not be surprised on the boot on the man. At the under-13 Craven week, Skalky Rasmus was playing number 8, and he managed to sink a penalty from 50 meters out at 13 years old in the number 8 jersey. So he's definitely got a boot on him. We should not be surprised if we see a few more tactical deft touches from Skalky Rasmus.
Yeah, Marcus. Skalky Rasmus showing a little bit of his prowess, showing that, hey, Goose, I'm going for your position, sir.
Neil Moret clears for the New Nation Pumas, 13 minutes in. It's not out, so opportunity to attack here. Sravino Jacobs bounces his man ahead.
That's what.
He's like a cannonball.
What he lacks in speed, he has in everything else, doesn't he?
Especially power. Malaise carries ahead, and again, penalty given against the Vodacom Bulls. It looks like it's the man Morgan Nadir. We've been singing his praises. The loosehead prop for the Pumas gets over it. That is about as frustrating as it can get as a Vodacom Bulls fan. Just as we establishing some form of momentum into this game, our clearing at rucks has been not up to standard in the first 14 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it's just really frustrating, isn't it, Marcos? As you see, like Miller Ace, a little bit isolated there, and then you know what, there, Marcos, we can say it's isolated. It's not really isolated. Morgan was just there first, and he was just had presence of mind there to get over that ball. That's good play by the Pumas. The Pumas are really pitching here.
Ruan Nokia needs to race into that ruck with bad intentions and
blast
Morgan Nadir off that ball.
You want Ace to welcome. Come on, boys. Keep them coming.
Pumas on the attack in their own half off the back of that line-out. Here they go. Murray again. That's a strong tackle by Skalky Rasmus. In midfield, very strong tackle by the Vodacom Bulls hooker. And there's a knock on here. Vodacom Bulls have the opportunity to counter. They have possession. They're going down the blind side. Here comes Miller Ace. Here comes Stefan Gans. Here comes Navuka. Steps inside. Do we still have possession? Again, the Pumas are all over this ball. They're looking to really disrupt us at ruck time. That's clearly a strategy from their head coach, Jimmy Stonehouse, to really disrupt and flood the breakdown and steal our ball. And it's really frustrating the Vodacom Bulls and stifling any form of attack we're trying to launch.
Yeah, they've done their homework, haven't they? 15 minutes in here, it's testing time for the Vodacom Bulls in Bombela, in Nelspruit.
They're just faster to the breakdown than us. They've got 2 Pumas players over that ball. I mean, a great tackle there by Gerasenenkamp. Just pops the ball out. It's a very physical tackle, but we slow to the breakdown. As a result, Pumas targeting us in that area. They've identified that we might be a step or two slower, as we see Willie Engelbrecht take the field for Neil Otto, who's a try scorer, who's been very impressive in the opening 15 and a half minutes. It's just we need to get quicker to that ruck.
Yeah, for sure. And Antoinette, ma'am, yes sir. Antoinette Pater, yes sir. Right. It's been a frustrating 15 minutes, hasn't it been, in Nelspruit? We just need to just get our heads together as we always do. I just don't like Marcos sometimes. The fact that we just we start the game on the back foot all the time. I know we always get over the line with like 20 points, 30 points at times. I know, but like it just would be it would give us it would give us less heartache as Bull supporters if we just started the game as strong as we finish most rugby games.
Yeah, we're just slow starters. I think of the last few weeks, it's not a tag you want to have to be a slow starter. You want to kick every game off with ruthless intent and venom. But it's really, we've been trying to find our way into the fixture in the last 3 games, and hopefully we found our feet now. Scrum time for the Vodacom Bulls. Zuckerberg feeds.
That's a strong scrum. That's a
strong
very
good scrum from the Vodacom Bulls.
Here we go.
And the arms
Arms out.
So free play here. Johan Goosen. Stedman Gans in
Here we go.
space.
Curtly.
Curtly Arendse inside, outside. We're into the 22-meter line. Zuckerberg, quick ball, quick recycle. We go blind.
This is better by the Bulls. Gerard Stennekamp carries with the plum.
Here we go again. Another quick recycle. There's space out wide. Navuka offload to Sravino Jacobs. Takes 2 to beat him down. Gans. Penalty Vodacom Bulls. Strong work on the left-hand flank there by Sravino Jacobs and Stedman Gans. Again, tackler not rolling away. So that's obviously an area of the game that the referees have identified that they really want to be very strict on. Good carry from Sravino Jacobs. He's like a cannonball as the 95 kg, 1.8 meter wing. Almost built like an NFL running back, the way he gets between tackles, beats his first man with possession. So strong, so powerful. Vodacom Bulls eschewing a shot at goal to go for the line. And now Skalki Rasmus has the ball in his hands and he'll look to find his jumper, and he does in Janku Swanepoel, and it's more time for the Vodacom Bulls. Skalki Rasmus. He's lashed onto the back of this, and it's heading towards that New Nation Pumas line ominously. And now it's stifled. And the men from Mbombela have done a great job of stymieing that Vodacom Bulls maul as Lionel Mapu carries ahead, takes 2 to bring him down. Zuckerberg eyes up Swanepoel. Strong carry from the man who won Man of the Match in his last hit out. Another carry from Anu Buerta. Vodacom Bulls need to be a little bit more creative here rather than one-off runners. Another carry, and it's absolutely spilled. Vodacom Bulls have knocked the ball on. An opportunity now for New Nation Pumas to exercise that get-out-of-jail card via the boot of Neil Murray, who's a very capable kicker, and they do, and they've survived to fight another day, have the men from Mbombela.
Yeah, Marcus 10-0 to the New Nations Pumas in Nelspruit with just under 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes gone, sorry. 10-0 to the New Nations Pumas.
Oreklo spilled it cold. He had 2 men on him. Just poor work from the man. We've been singing his praises. Was man of the match against the Griquas. He's really had some career-defining performances of late. You expect better from the man number 8 jersey, and 18 minutes in, the Vodacom Bulls are really under the cosh here. But they have the line out.
Oreklo, Malace. Oh, haywire pass.
Horrible pass, but the penalty's been awarded. Johan Goosen got absolutely marmalized off the ball there.
I think here, Marcos, just in terms of dominance when you go for the line again, I know you a normal thinking rugby man would say we go for the pulsar, but when you go for the line, yeah, we go for the line and we just try and get some momentum behind us. I think we're just lacking in momentum at the moment.
I think we need to get some points on the board here. I think we need to take the 3,
You think so?
get some points, and start launching some kind of attack.
No, I understand what you mean, but I just think, yeah, if we score that first try and taste a little bit of blood, I think it's going to be game time.
Johan Goosen's feeling that tackle. He's got an ice pack to the back of his cranium. It's a strong hit in midfield by Mjigma.
Yeah, there's a boy, sip some water. Must be a hot top there. And all the fans, keep them coming. It's obviously 10-0 down at the moment with just under 19 minutes to go in the first half to the New Nations Pumas. Keep your questions coming. Give us questions for Marcos. I know at the end of the day, we'd like to interact with you guys, and I would love to give me the funniest questions to Mark. Funniest question to Mark could win that golf tee that the Vodacom Bulls are giving away. So
But make sure you share the post. That's crucially important. So in order to win the golf shirt, share the post, ask an interesting question, or make a phenomenal Vodacom Bulls statement. More time for the Vodacom Bulls. Ruan Okia collects Skalk Erasmus at the back of that maul. It's a strong maul. It's well structured.
It looks like it's going to go over.
It's going over.
It is going over, isn't it? Here we go,
And
Marcos. It is.
Try time, Vodacom
Here we
Bulls.
go. We've tasted some blood now, Marcos.
There we go.
We've tasted some blood now.
Blood's in the water.
Skalk Erasmus.
He loves to score a try. Does to bag some meat, doesn't he, Skalk Erasmus? Off the back of the scrum, his third Carling Currie Cup try of the season.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable, hasn't he, Marcos? Like the 2 games he started now, he's got 3 tries and 2 starts now so far, and there could be more coming, isn't it? Isn't it? US, did we also wants to know if we both played rugby? Yes, we did both play rugby. We were high school rugby players, and I played a little bit of rugby in first year in Grahamstown.
(10-5) opportunity to reduce the deficit for Johan, the man they call the Goose.
Heidi Nina was saying, Mark, I cannot concentrate on my work. Come on, Bulls. Heidi, I hope
Love
you.
it.
Heidi, I know it's nearly home time, Heidi. Don't worry, but hopefully your drive home will be a lot better if these guys can just get on there.
No time to work. It's Vodacom Bulls time. Let's go. Jan Goos, an opportunity to get 7 on the board. 20 minutes, and it's been an uncharacteristically slow start, even by the Vodacom Bulls standards. But they're clawing it back. 7 points. Jan Goosen sinks it. Now opportunity to mount an attack and really get some kind of, I keep saying foothold or stranglehold on this game for the Vodacom Bulls. They really need to. They've been a little bit shell-shocked in the first 20 minutes. It's been a strong, calculated, pragmatic game plan from the New Nation Pumas. They've really gone about their business well. They've limited mistakes. They've played in the right areas, and the Bulls need to really now capitalize and score some points.
I think that try, Marcos is came at a very good time, because we were really, like you said, we were under the cosh. So that try came at a good time for us. So now we know what we can do, and we can stick to our game plan. I'm sure we'll get over this whitewash with great aplomb.
Well, Otu's been patched up, so he's back on the field.
That's a great take there by Ruan
Phenomenal
Okia.
take from Ruan Okia, reaching well behind his head to collect it. 10-7 is the score. New Nation Pumas continue to lead the Vodacom Bulls, and Null Sprite, Zach Berger looking to clear here via decent extra strategy, if we can execute that. And he does so. Kicks it deep, looking for distance rather than comfort of the touchline. Mafura, Mare, he's been pulling the strings for the Pumas. They switch the point of attack, but that's a strong tackle from Kurtley Orense. He just blows them up in midfield. Pumas again, they maintain possession, going down the blind side through Stichling. And now it looks like it's Otu, snuck back on the field. Good tackle. Orense's really getting around defensively, doing some very impressive work. And that's a big tackle on Morgan Okia. Drive him back, boys. Good hit. Mornay Smith. Interesting.
Banana kick there.
Banana kick there from the Pumas. It might just work out. There's a tackle. Surely that's in the air. And there it is.
Quickly, Orange is everywhere, Marcos. He really is cleaning up, isn't he? He's sweeping up. He's a sweeper. Yeah, he is like a bad rash, just sweeping up everything. He's just extorting all of these sources.
Makondwana, the man who just sinks the shoulder into the rib cage there, and in the air, of course, and the penalty's been given away, but the Pumas are really extracting some decent pressure here on the visitors.
Rian wants to know, hey, Mark, did KK ever drop you for the day for Bullseye commentary? No, that's never
No, that wouldn't happen.
That would never happen. Rian, you need to understand, this is our
bread
our
and
life.
butter.
This is our bread and butter. We love this. This is, yeah. Tears, there's tears, and there's happy moments and some tears at times. You might not see them, but yeah, this is our bread and butter, sir.
Yeah, Makondwana just absolutely folded Kurtley Orense in the air there. So penalty's been awarded to the Vodacom Bulls. They've kicked for touch. They've got possession between the 10 and 22 meter lines. Skulk Erasmus looking to, I almost want to say Skulkberger there. We'll have a reset at line-out time.
Miss Morike saying, "Go Bulls! The Pumas need to feel the heat. They're playing with the best of the best. The Bulls of the nation. Show them how rugby's played." Oh, that's beautiful, Miss Morike. Yeah, and we agree. We agree with you, ma'am.
Have a line-out here. It's been stolen by the Pumas, and they drive a strong attack into our half, into our 22-meter line. Akondwana driven back. It's a good tackle. Morgan Nordia. Again, another surge. They've got their tails up, have the Pumas. They sense a little bit of desperation in the Vodacom Bulls defense, and they're looking to spread the ball for Neil Murray. It's been ripped.
That's Kirkley again. No, it's just
Lionel Mapu.
Lionel. It's a Crimson Scum Crab, Marcos.
Let's say that again.
The Crimson Scum Crab.
We'll go back for the knock-on, but good work there for Lionel Mapu. The late change for Cornel Hendricks in the number 12 jersey, the rather unfamiliar number 12 jersey for the former Lions, but also a man who played for the Vodacom Bulls back in 2013, Lionel Mapu.
I was very interested to see him coming at number 12. You know, I've hardly actually ever seen him play at number 12. So it's interesting to see like how his game will adapt and change to playing in that number 12 jersey.
Well, in the modern day game, the number 12 is more seen as a battering ram, opportunity to get over the advantage line, beat the rush defense. But Lionel Mapu is more of a player with a bit of skill and guile. Interesting to see how he fits into that 12. But we were interested to see Cornel Hendricks start at 12 at the beginning of last year, and he just played incredible rugby in the number 12 jersey. It was truly awe-inspiring to watch him go about his business.
No,
It's Cornel Hendricks. Strong scrum, Vodacom Bulls, solid base for Lionel Mapu. Carries ahead, beats the first man. Strong character. He's very strong. Very strong. It's a very, very clinical exit strategy for the Vodacom Bulls via the boot of Johan Goos and the Goose. Now deep into the Pumas half. Shows you what a good carry off a first phase can do off the back of a set piece. Lionel Mapu beats his first man, drives into the second, gets us over the advantage line. Defense has to pedal backwards. Passes made to Goose and Goose, the Goose, and he can clear with all the venom and might that he has packed into that right boot.
Yeah, Marcus, on the backline note, you know, there's two questions, two important questions, I think. US wants to know what is voting with Cornel Hendricks, and maybe you can answer that one. And then Trickus wants to know where is Harold. I think with Harold, it's just that is just a general a rotation of the squad by Jake White for this game. Just giving the man a rest. He's playing a lot of rugby. Then Mark, you can take away with Cornel Hendricks. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, you're right. Harold just getting a rest. Cornel Hendricks, it was a slight niggle. It's nothing serious, but of course we don't want to risk a player of that value. So rather sit him out, just as we did with Jacques Duplessis a couple of weeks ago. Man also had a slight niggle. Rather don't risk it and inflame it, and for it to a niggle to turn into a serious, injury where you weeks on the bench. So yeah, especially when you've got such a capable customer in the form of Lionel Mapu to start at 12. So yeah, slight niggle. Lionel Mapu starts at 12, and very excited to see Madosh Tambwe wreak some havoc off the bench.
Yeah, that blue bomb squad is going to be pivotal today, Marcos, especially with those score predictions we gave.
Well, Neil Murray, who was my bullseye, I thought that he would be crucial to the Pumas' cause today. He's leaving the field, looks a bit groggy. In comes Eddie Fisher, the rightful starting 10. And this man is a very, very criminally underrated player, is Eddie Fisher, the number 10 jersey.
Yeah, he's made his rounds, hasn't he, Marcos? He's been... Oh, that looked a bit skewed, that, didn't it?
Very messy lineup for the Pumas. They've managed to recover it somehow, some way. Now they're looking to get it wide. They every time they try and turn the corner quickly, 10-7 is the score in Mbombela after 26 minutes. The Pumas still maintain a 3-point lead over the Vodacom Bulls. Playing from deep. They're looking to maintain possession, but I think they'll clear now. Crystal September. It's a good kick from the Pumas. Actually, it's not at all. It's straight down the throat of Novuka. What's he going to do? Is he going to counter? No, he'll clear. The man who played fly half for Impi in the Varsity Shield. Mafura. He's dangerous. That's a good punt. That's bounced out. That's a good reward, a good result for the New Nation Pumas via the boot of Mafura, the fullback, and we are now very deep in our half, and they just continue to maintain pressure and tighten the screws over the Vodacom Bulls, who really need to. We've just been playing without rhythm. We haven't had the ball, and we're really looking to establish some kind of attack, manufacture something from nothing, because it's really not been going our way whatsoever today.
Yeah, it hasn't, Yeah, Marcus, it really has. I couldn't agree more. And again, to all the fans, I mean, it is 10-7, and we'll try to keep you updated with the score. We're just so into this game. It's at times you just get lost in the game, and here we go.
Terrible line-out for the Vodacom Bulls, being stolen by the Pumas in the worst possible field position. Now the Pumas are on the charge, and they're about 7 meters out of our try line. They're looking to get wide again. Rush defense on the outside prevents that, but they've got a midfield ruck. Slowing it down are the Pumas. Kutsia.
Oh, that's a big hit there. Who's that Skalky?
Pumas still have possession, going through the faces. That's a very good tackle from Arensa. He's really stood out defensively today. And the knock-on's made from the Pumas. Opportunity to counter. Miller ace. Man from Polchum carries ahead. Vodacom Bulls. Sravino Jacobs off the left boot. That's a massive punt. Wow, that is an exceptional kick from Sravino Jacobs. Really pins the Pumas back, and he's up there to make the tackle.
Oh, Sravino Jacobs.
Mafura kicks back with interest. It has just been kept in there. Here comes Navuka. Give the man some space. Beats two. Navuka's still going. Good carry from the fullback, making a starting debut for the Vodacom Bulls. Here we go. Buerta.
Nice.
Lionel Mapu. He's got Hunt. Someone on his outside, and it's been knocked on.
That's nice. Sorry, it was knocked
off
back
the boot. So the Vodacom Bulls will continue.
He's playing the ball on the ground, ref, man. Hands.
Anu Buerta fence too. Gives you the see you next Tuesday.
Gives him meet my palm, sir.
Big carry now, Vodacom Bulls. Some power moves here from the men from Pretoria. Lionel Mapu on first receiver. That's a good. He always beats the first man. And again, the Pumas getting over that ball, but they're unsuccessful on this occasion. Sedman Khantz on the inside.
Beautiful.
There's some space.
Here we go.
Another big carry.
It's about to pop here, Marcos. I can feel it.
Surely.
It's about to pop here. Mornay Smith.
Aurachlo, good clean out from the number 8. Vodacom Bulls really threatening. It's a brilliant pass. Zuckerberger.
Rocket
and
Man.
the try is scored by the Rocket Man. We have missed you, sir. Elton John will be giving it horns on the piano this evening.
For sure.
Sravino Jacobs with the try.
Sravino Jacobs. Welcome, sir. Welcome back. Wearing the beautiful 1997 replica kit. You've been so good. He started this whole phase of attack, Marcos. That big boot in deep into the corner.
And also the chase.
The chase was unbelievable.
What's the old adage? A kick's only as good as the chase.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard that ad nauseum.
Especially in the high fault, Marcos, and because the kick travels, and if you can chase a kick in the high fault, I mean, you got legs on you. And Sravino does so well at the end to get it over that whitewash. And the Bulls are here, Marcos. The Bulls are here now.
He's a left wing loitering there on the right wing. He doesn't care about what side of the field he's on. He just wants to score tries, wants to bag some meat. He's done very, very well there. Big kick, big chase, big pressure, big try. Big moment. From Sravino Jacobs, the man they call the Rocket Man.
Oh, beautiful, Marcos. Poetic, isn't it?
And 30 minutes in, Vodacom Bulls have taken the lead for the first time in this game. Johan Goosen has the opportunity to extend that lead by a further 2 points. He's been very, very impressive off the tee. Hard to believe this man is not yet 30.
Yeah. He isn't yet 30, Marcos, and it just goes back, just give the man who's over 30 some time to start.
Back to our infamous debate. Johan Goosen sinks it. It's 14 points to 10 now. Good carry from Mornay Smith. Very energetic for a tight head. But the pass here, I think, is the unsung ingredient from Zuckerberger. The skip pass, flat across the face of the defense. Or Sravino Jacobs actually there will score it.
It's just 14-10 to the Vodacom Bulls in null spread. Unbelievable scenes that we've just seen now. The boys have finally gained some dominance in this game and gained some momentum in this game. So, yeah, to all the Bulls fans watching, don't forget, send in your questions, send in your words of encouragement, share the post, and you may be going home or you will get it delivered to you. That Beautiful, beautiful Bulls golf shirt.
Big kick from Johan Goosen onto Mafura. He's looking to clear. He kicks it very high. Into the sun. It's a tough kick for Navuka. He spills it. And again, the Pumas knock it on. So double knock on. Navuka, the sun was in his eyes. He jumped up, leapt up to catch the ball, was unsuccessful. The Pumas knocked it off, knocked it on immediately, and we'll have a scrum. 32 minutes in, 14-10 is the score. Vodacom Bulls have a 4-point deficit in Mbombela.
Mbombela, indeed. And Carla Bulls and Chantal May obviously seeing the score now. And woohoo! And Moibela. Yes, ladies. It is unbelievable in Mbombela. We are finally on the right side of the scoreboard in Nelspruit in this beautiful, beautiful stadium that they're playing in. Not at Loftus, but just as it will do the job, won't it? We just need grass in four corners, don't we, Marcus?
Tian's got a question. Say my name, Tian, and tell me who on the bench in place of Cornel Hendricks.
Hello,
okay,
Tian.
Tian.
Hello, Tian. We'll say a name, Tian. Oi, Tian.
On the bench is Maros Tambwe. Big scrum, Vodacom Bulls. We'll have a reset.
Bram Haasbroek, hope you deliver the shit from in Australia. Yo, Bram, you need to do a bit better than that if you want to get the shit in Australia, mate. Yeah, ma.
Just a reminder, if you want to win that Vodacom Bulls golf shirt, make sure you, 1, share the post, 2, ask an interesting question. Come on, interesting question, interesting comment.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking for.
I mean,
And we'll give you a Vodacom Bulls golf shirt.
I mean, if you want to have a look back at the game last weekend, we had such a great interaction with all the fans, with guys like Rian, guys with the lady from Italy who actually ended up winning the prize from last weekend. So come on, guys.
It's a pleasure, Tian.
Tian.
Big scrum, Vodacom Bulls. Defensive scrum. Here come the Pumas. Off the base of that scrum, they're looking to attack. They've thrown a deep ball. It's a good tackle there by Stedman Gans. He's so underrated as a defender as the outside centre and the very capable sevens player. Pumas going through the phases now. For sure. Peter Janssen from Fearon tackled in midfield. Ruanokia almost over that ball. Penalty for, again, a slow rollout. So this is clearly something the refs are targeting, is a slow rollout. Our propensity for slowing down opposition ball. And it looks like the guilty party this time was Gerard Sennekamp, the big 128 kg. How are you going to get that slab of meat out of there?
I mean, he tried to roll away. Look at him. And also, the rest must have had a huge referees union before these last couple of games with the rollouts. I hope Marius Jonker was there, Marcus, just for him. Yeah, nothing more to say about him.
Opportunity to kick here for the Pumas through the boot of Eddie Fischer.
Joost, my bloed in hart weer blauw. Joost, thank you so much for your support. You're always here, you and Rian. Keep them coming. One of you can win it. Can win.
And just on that, Rian, if you could please stop giving the scores on in the comments. I think a lot of people are watching at home and don't have access to a TV, so they are delayed. So, yeah, the broadcast is slightly delayed. So for those that are just watching now, the score is 13-14 to the Vodacom Bulls, so 1 point in it.
But you know, Rian, well, once we're at Loftus, then you can. I'm sure you can give those score updates if you want. But we are in studio, but we will be at Loftus soon enough.
So Mafura's kick doesn't go out. So here is Johan Goosen. He kicks it straight up. That's an ugly-looking kick for the Vodacom Bulls fly off. He manages to keep it in. He's done very, very well. Stedman Gans might have spilled it. He hasn't. Somehow, someway, Johan Goosen, the goose, has kept that ball in, and there's possession, and there's territory, and there's Navuka.
Goose.
He's quick. That's what you call acceleration.
Over that ball, but they get it quickly.
Pumas have stolen it. Once again, this has been the telltale sign for the Vodacom
boy.
Bulls.
He's having such an unbelievable game. What's his name? Neil
Otto.
Neil Otto.
He's a proper classic fetcher, is he not? He gets onto that ball.
He is having a blinder.
And you just can't get him off it.
And you know it's gonna be at the moment as it stands, Marcos.
That kick hasn't gone out.
That combined team at the end of the game is gonna be difficult to pick.
Gerard Sennekamp. That's a massive handoff from the man from Potchefstroom. He is so strong in contact. Here we go. Vodacom Bulls. Let's gain some momentum, boys. Let's go for it. He's down, ref. He's down, ref. Here we go. Zuckerberger.
No man, ref.
There's got to be a rollout there, ref.
Ref!
Zuckerberger. Aku Swanepoel. Pumas defense. Dangerously offside. Here we go. Lionel Mapu. Stedman Gans puts boot to ball. Where's the chase? It's gone straight out.
On the full there.
Really, I think the Vodacom Bulls need to watch their ruck support. I think that's been the big... We need to get to the ruck a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think
blow the guys looking to get over that ball, like Neil Otto, blow him away from that ruck. Strong ruck support, strong securing, and we can keep possession. But at the moment, we slow to the ruck, we're loitering around, and they're latching onto the ball and winning penalties.
Yeah, for sure, Marcus. And we need to, when you get to the ruck, we need someone supporting. It needs to be two men blasting there. It just feels like we're getting isolated with one man there. Anton Smith and Rian thinking that the ref is at fault. And to be honest, that's how I'm feeling right now, Anton and Rian. I really do feel like that the ref is just, not giving us much here. But we go.
2 minutes to go in Mbombela. The Pumas feed the line out. They've got a maul, and they've been so clinical with their maul. There's several weeks now. They scored some very, very impressive tries against the Western Province. Showed some real muscle there. Managed to stifle them. They've come away with the dough. They maintain possession. All their forwards are trapped at the bottom of that maul, so they must go backline ball. Here they go. Eddie Fischer. He's very quick, and that's a brilliant pass inside. What a tackle, Johan Goosen. No, it's Kurtley Arnser. Again, defensively, he's been very, very impressive. Pumas have possession on our 22-meter line. Mafura again, he gets met physically. September, passing off the base of that ruck. Nordia, it's a strong tackle from Al Rechlo. I would like to see more of him. September. Kutsia. One-off runners here for the Pumas. Get over it, Yanku. He's not able to slow it down. Pumas maintain possession. They're going through the phases now, left to right. Kwesi Mafu has been very strong for them. Miller aces over it, but he's been knocked off the ball. So again, the Pumas, they're really putting the phases together for sure. De Klerk, the missed tackle, Janku Swanepoel almost drags him into touch. That's a very, very impressive offload for the right winger. And again, the Pumas continue with possession. They really are going through the phases. This is strong work from the men from Mpumalanga. September again. They haven't gained too much momentum or gotten over the advantage line that much, but they've maintained territory and possession. And terrible pass, but again, they go through another phase now. This is now 11 phases. Dimaza.
Yeah, Bulls defense holding strong here, Marcos. Up we come. Oh, good tackle there.
But you tire defensively more than you do on attack.
Yeah,
so we really need to either win a turnover or force some kind of error here.
Yeah, they're trying to play us at our own game, aren't they, Marcus? Trying to break that down more brick by brick.
I mean, 14, 15 phases, and they're still on the 22-meter line. They've now won a penalty. So finally some just reward for the Pumas, who went left to right, left to right, left to right, 15 phases, got absolutely nowhere, but won the penalty.
And then to Gary Nagalis, Marcos, he just wanted to know if this is the same Currie Cup tournament that's been alive since 1892. Garen, this is the same Currie Cup, the only Currie Cup, the oldest rugby club competition in the world, the oldest. And also to Mamureki, what can we do differently in the second half? I think Mamureki, we need to get our hands on the ball in the second half, mate. We need to be able to have Velcro in the hands like we did in the last game, try and gain parity, and then at breakdown time, Mamureki, where the ruck is, we need to be able to get more bodies there so that these guys don't get there, put their hands on that ball, because at the moment we're struggling at breakdown time, and that's where we're losing this game. And then Garen, yes, it's the oldest, the best, still going. Only if there were a couple of thousand people at the Mbombela Stadium, then I'm sure it would make more sense.
Well, Eddie Fischer sinks it, and New Nation Pumas will trot off 16 points to 14. They've got a 2-point lead there the first half, and you have to give plaudits and credit to the men from Mbombela. They've played a clinical, well-structured first half. I think they've really capitalized on our mistakes. They've played, clearly they're looking to go through the phases. They don't want to kick the ball on us. They want to go through the phases. Even if they don't get that much territory, they're prepared to go left to right, make no momentum or gain no meters, go 15-odd phases and milk the penalty and kick it over. And credit to them, they've done that job very well.
And credit to the Marcus, they're doing, remember that Benetton game? I'm getting glimpses of that at breakdown time, where they're getting men in, they're flooding those breakdowns and just really disrupting and just being, more aggressive at the breakdown. So I just hope in the second half we can get, we can get some more parity, maybe a couple of changes. Who would you like to see coming on, Marcos? When you're looking at what you're seeing now?
Tough call. There's a couple of players I'd like to see come on. I think Keegan Johannes can really inject some life into our backline, but I think forward-wise, we need to bring on Jan-Hendrik Wessels. I would love to see what he can. I mean, Skalk's played very well, and he's a fundamental player, gets through the fundamentals, he will hit his lineouts, will be a strong mauler. I'd like to see that impetus that Jan-Hendrik can bring off the bench. Lastly, 16 points to 14 is the halftime score. Vodacom Bulls are trailing the hosts by 2. We'll see you for the second half. Stay tuned, and an opportunity to win that Vodacom Bulls golf shirt. See you then.